All right, hello, welcome back, greetings. I am just covering a few exotic pairs, a few cross pairs that I'm paying attention to going into next week. Ignoring the lines on my chart for a bit, I am looking for longing opportunities on GBPCAD, and when we compare this to EURCAD, which is its I guess you could call it the sister to compare to, let's see, the correlated market to compare to, the correlated pair to compare to, we would notice that we have an S&P divergence, but I prefer the structure that GBPCAD is given, even though EURCAD is a much stronger pair of the two right now. So what I mean by an SMT is that if we compare the low created from the 5th of February right there to the one that we just created right now, or the one from the previous week, we would notice that we have one massive SMT at the lows there. And then do the same from this side, the 5th of Feb to there. You'd notice that this side swept the liquidity. In other words, the low from Feb was swept, while EURCAD could not do the same. So this is an SMT divergence, and I'm expecting higher prices to these equal highs on EURCAD, but I'm not going to be paying attention to EURCAD as compared to GBPCAD. For now, let's see what the structure looks like. I'm going to just minimize this. We will come back to Euro in a bit and work on GBP for now. Looking at GBPCAD and the structure that we are forming, we can already see that we got a liquidity sweep at the lows down there. We got a displacement to the opposite direction. Yes, we have not closed above any previous high, but we've also created a fair value gap right here. This fair value gap makes me want to see how Monday's candle is going to form. When Monday's candle forms and closes, I would like to now see a swing low form within this daily fair value gap, and then a continuation to the upside, targeting the engineered liquidity up there at the equal highs, the buy side liquidity up there, and then external range liquidity up there. So I would like to see a continuation from this fair value gap. If we are looking at a daily fair value gap, well, with time frame alignment, we would like to see a 1 hour shift in structure. On the 1 hour perspective, we have tapped into it there. We have also now created its own 1 hour fair value gap as well, but we have not closed above any previous swing high. So we would like to watch a possible closure above this high, possible closure above a swing high that will be made here somewhere, and then a continuation to the upside from there. If that does not happen, then we might see one more liquidity sweep of Friday's low into the same daily fair value gap, and then a market structure shift, a breaker with a fair value gap of some sort would be nice to see for us to take it to the upside and the targets that we were outlining from a higher time frame. Now that we have those two possibilities, let's look at what we might get on EURCAD. So going down straight down to the hourly chart, we can see that we are much more bearish than GBPCAD, and that's currently because the euro is weaker than the pound. So we might see a possibility of EURCAD sweeping this sell side liquidity, or any of these internal sell side liquidities actually, before we get the displacement to the upside. Either way, the only way that I'll be convinced to take EURCAD as opposed to GBPCAD is if we open up and somehow just get a massive displacement to the upside, closing above a significant swing high, market structure shift with a fair value gap that we could take and continue to the equal highs that we have targeted there at the 1.47802 level. So this is what I'm looking for on GBPCAD and EURCAD, depending on whether or not you want to trade one or both of them. The other confluence that I wanted to add on why I would like to trade GBPCAD as opposed to EURCAD is the IPDA data range that we have from a daily perspective. We can see that we have swept the 60 days low, the 40 days low, and the 20 days low within this move to the downside. We've gotten a displacement to the opposite. We are still below the EQ line, which is the opening price for the month. So we are technically in discount for the month. And why I was saying that I would like to see how Monday's candle closes, because if Monday candles closes and we create a swing low inside of this BC, then I'm looking for a continuation to the upside, taking the equal highs there and the 20 days high up there. So if that does not happen, then we might see a sweep in liquidity of Friday's low, go lower into the BC, then we can look for buying opportunities from there. But this is my top watch when it comes to exotic pairs for the week ahead. And I guess the only other pair that I'm looking at is GBP Swiss, which is basically more or less the same. More or less the same setup that I'm looking for on GBPCAD. I'm actually looking for stronger pound this week in general. So I'll say pay attention to GBP Swiss for the same idea. Let's start with the weekly time frame. Actually, let's start with the monthly time frame. On the monthly chart, we can see that we got an immediate rebalance. An immediate rebalance is a type of move that happens in the market where price is going to quickly and very aggressively move to the target that we have. In this case, we have this buy side liquidity, we have that buy side liquidity, and then we have this inefficiency right here on the monthly perspective. And the fact that we came down all the way to tap the opening, the top or the high of this candle without reaching for this internal range liquidity, without reaching for this fair value gap, and rejecting so aggressively to the upside makes me think and predict that we are going to go for this buy side liquidity levels residing up here. So if this is a monthly perspective, I would like to see if we could find a daily confirmation of this idea. On the daily, we can clearly see that we tapped it and it immediately ran away from it. So I would like to see this fair value gap down here remain open. I don't want to see us tag at all into this because of this balanced price range. So I would like to see the low from the inside of this higher fair value gap. Then I would like to see us target the buy side liquidity up here, the one up here, and then going through that we have the higher time frame inefficiency. So I don't know if we are going to continue higher from here or if we will get a sell side raid first on Monday or Tuesday, then we continue higher from there. Something to note is that we also have Swiss franc CPI later in the week on Thursday. So that's something to pay attention to that might drive price to the buy side or bring price down into the internal range liquidity if the buy side has been reached before Thursday. So I'm paying careful attention to that. Of course, as always, if we see a daily PDRA, we would like to work with a 1 hour confirmation. On the 1 hour chart, we have not closed above any swing high yet. Well, I think we have actually. We have a swing high right there. Yeah, we just barely closed above it. So we got the market structure shift, and now we would like to see if we can get the fair value gap. If we can, then this could act as a bullish order block. It did not sweep liquidity, which is something I don't like, but it could act as a bullish order block and support higher prices. So we might get something like this early in the week and then continue higher during the Asia sessions. And yeah, if we don't get this setup, then watch to see if we could get a sweep in this sell side liquidity, then a continuation higher. So something like so would also be nice to see. But right now, I am not supporting that second idea. I am favoring more of a continuation from this fair value gap and the order block down here, right here. So yeah, that's all I have on the exotic pairs, the crosses. So stay safe, good luck, and good trading.